Good morning.
Research shows nostalgia can help you remember ads. So customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Over the last 2 years, I've been able to help over 2,000 women start their own online store or online boutique, just like
chasing coins because it's a beautiful day.
Kathy, it's a beautiful day.
Isn't it all? So come on, let's play. You're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Keep back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Taking it easy won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day.
Good morning. Kathy, thank you for sharing it. Let me just turn it on my phone. Make sure everything's working smoothly. There it is, I think. Kathy Caputo, good morning. We got the Kathys. We got a pair of Kathys. Usually it's a pair of jeans, but I know our Blue's not feeling good. We haven't seen her in a few days. Let's lift her up in prayer. And Auntie G must be sleeping in this morning. Oh, good morning, Erica. I see you on there. Cheers, everyone. Let's go into our hearts. We're going to do the heart brain. So, hand on your heart and slow down the breathing. And then we add in the love. Good morning, everyone who's coming in. Just take a moment to just breathe, just be, just enjoy. Yeah, there's a bunch of frozen peas this morning. I'm so glad that we are over that. We were frozen, but yesterday was an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous day. So yeah, today it's 45 already. You're at 1 degree there, Erica, and 12 for you, Kathy. Wow. Brought my orchid into the kitchen because the great room's heat pump can't handle that cold. You got a lot of glass in that great room, so I can imagine that it wouldn't be able to. There's our Blue. See, all we had to do was talk about her and she shows up. Hi, Suzanne. Good morning to you too. All right, so I'm going to get to the reading of the blog so we can get on with the discussion and Kuan Yin. And the blog last night was, "You are a champion." The quote is from, who knows, it's unknown. "Be brave enough to be bad at something new." I loved this quote. This sure hits home. How many times do we hesitate to try something because we don't want to suck at it? I know it's held me back in my lifetime. I wanted to learn chess, but was intimidated by my husband, who was good at it, and I always felt his IQ was much greater than mine. To me, I felt I would never stand a chance in competing against him in any kind of mind strategy game. I don't remember ever winning a game of checkers against him. I've heard from many of you that you are reluctant to explore developing your spiritual gifts because what if I get it wrong? Well, what if you get it right? What if, in stepping up to whatever challenge you encounter in life, you find your true purpose and your passion? When you're reluctant to take a chance, you've already lost out. I may have been a world champion at chess. Who knows? I never will know because I let fear hold me back. Fear of being ridiculed, fear of looking like I was inept. Fear is the killer of dreams. Dear angels, if we could just eradicate "I can't" from our human vocabulary, so much greatness would erupt into this world. How do we get beyond that belief and allow for possibilities? Dear ones, until you come to fully accept yourself as a divine being, you will keep turning to the ego thoughts of lack and comparison. Spirit welcomes your accomplishment and all of your successes in life. We will never say to you that you are not enough. We are behind you to support you no matter what. We wish you could see that light inside of you as we see it. Just close your eyes and rest your hands palm up on your knees. Breathe in slowly and release any thought of your day. Hold only thoughts of love and light inside. Now watch the glow of your inner being expand outward. Soon you will become twice the size you are in the reach of your light. Allow it to keep growing and glowing. Feel its warmth. Realize how unlimited you truly are. Never doubt that if you want to be a rock star, a chess player, a successful business person, or whatever you desire, it is within your reach. We say to you, take your chances in life. It's not about reaching the mountaintop, dear ones. What's important is that you are willing to try. Dear angels, today I promise to allow myself to take the first step to climb that mountain. That's the most important step. Taking that first opportunity to say, okay, I might not be able to climb that mountain all at one time, at one sitting. I may not be able to climb it in this lifetime, and that's okay. At least I'm willing to take one step. And that's all that's asked. Take that one step. The angels, God, Spirit, Divine Mother, Christ, they see our willingness, not if we failed or perceived that we failed. They don't see, oh, I'm going to fall backwards. They see the willingness. They see the want to. Good morning, Charlie Coons. Glad you're with us. Oh my goodness, Blue, you have 22 below. Yeah, I was panicking when we got down to 7 below, so I can't even imagine. And Kathy says, are you talking about me? Afraid of failing in writing my own books? I'm also not sure of any other gifts I might have to offer. I know that although I like the lab work I do, but I feel that I am ready for something more, something that could really help others. Only you know, Kathy. You have to take that breath in, like they were saying. Do what they suggested. Just close your eyes and take that breath and just allow. When we take those holy moments and we're not afraid to explore, then we're going to find exactly what we need. But we have to take the moments. And that's the thing. They know if we're willing to do that, or if we're so caught up in just saying, oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. We've already lost. We've already taken away from ourselves that opportunity to do something, to explore, to be. And I meant what I said when I was talking in the blog. I wish we could just eradicate that from all of our vocabularies. What a different world it would be if everyone on the planet just stopped saying, I can't, or if we didn't even know what that meant to begin with. If there were no limits, what would you do if there were no limits? If you could do anything at all, and be assured that you wouldn't fail at it, that it would be a success, what would you do? Let's just answer that question this morning. What would you do if you knew without a doubt that whatever it is that's your heart's desire, whatever you're thinking of, what is that one thing that you would accomplish, that you would say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to climb that mountaintop. Annie 7, good morning. Oh, there is our Auntie Jean and Sally De La Rosa. And Erica says, no, it's me. It's you what, honey? I must have missed a comment. Kathy says, today in the daily guidepost book I read each day, I read about growing through different experiences instead of just going through it. No matter if it's good or bad, we can learn from it and grow through it. Absolutely. And just don't even give a thought to failure. Don't even think that it's not going to work. We have a lot of inventors, great inventors, that brought us many, many things that we use today in our everyday life. And many of them were faced with the naysayers. Many of them had people, oh, that's not going to work, or you can't do it that way, or it'll never get off the ground, right? But what if they had listened to that? What if the Wright brothers had listened when somebody said that'll never work? Or, I don't know, Tesla. Just think of all the things that we take for granted every day, that some of these people didn't listen to anybody else except spirit. They just knew inside they had this burning desire to birth something forth into the world. And they didn't say, oh, my aunt said it won't work, so I guess I better just stop trying. Right? They didn't listen. And look at all the conveniences we have. Look at what we have to benefit from because somebody took a chance. Somebody stepped out and said, hey, maybe this will work. So the question is, if there's something that's in your heart that you want to do, and you could be assured 100% that you wouldn't fail, what is the thing that you would do? And let's just see. Good morning, Tammy Fisk. Blue says she would swim to the bottom of the Morientius Trench. I don't know what that is, but I believe you could do it. I know you could. Grace Isis, good morning to you. And Grace says, good morning, loving sweet sculptured peas. Sparkle when the rays of sunshine focus on you, thawing out. Well, Gracie, I hope you're able to stay warm in all of that ice cold weather. Kathy says, in my journal, the quote for today is, a failure is a lesson, not a loss. It is temporary and sometimes necessary detour, not a dead end. Yeah, I never see anything as failures anymore. I really did, as I wrote in the blog. I let fear get in my way of so many things. But once I became fearless, and I lost all that thought of what if. And I went to a what if it does work? What if I can do this? You know, the picture that I used for the blog last night is a picture of my champion dart team. I didn't play darts until I was I in my 40s or 50s, one of those decades. And when I first was introduced to darts, it was by my friend, Mr. T. Mr. T was a big influence in my life in a huge way. I've written about him several times. And he taught me how to play the game. But the important thing was I watched, I observed, I wanted to know everything about it before I stepped out and said, let me try. And I never looked at it as I might not be able to do it. I had somebody in my corner that told me, you're good at this, you can do this. Well, that picture that I posted was from 2004. And I was on the dart team that took the championship of what's called the Caribbean Cup. That's held, I think, every 2 years. I don't know if they do it yearly, but we swept everything. We won everything that we competed at. And there was no stopping us because we believed that we could do it. We had a coach that believed that we could do it. And so therefore we did. And that's such a huge part of it too. Who supports you? Who do you go to when you want to do something? I know, Annie, you've stepped out lately. You've said, I want to do this. I want to go to school. I want to learn this. And we all backed you. We all supported you in that. Suzanne, same thing. You're stepping out to do something, to put yourself out there. And look at you, look at both of you, stepping out, knowing that you can do it and knowing that you have all of us supporting you. And that's what the angels were saying in the blog in that message last night. We don't care. We don't see you as failing. We only see your willingness to try. We see you at the top of that mountain. Maybe you don't yet, but if you're willing to take one step, then you're winning already. You're already at the top. Just that one step puts you into the experience of doing it, not sitting on top of the mountain. The mountain itself doesn't hold any superpower. The mountain doesn't care if you're sitting on top of it or if you're putting one step to move up it. That mountain is neutral. It's you having the experience that makes that mountaintop something out of this world to experience. So yeah, it's the willingness, you guys. That's what it's all about. Am I willing to even try to make a difference? Am I willing to even try to stop saying I can't so that I can get out of my own way and do whatever it is that I want to do? Deirdre, good morning. Annie 7 says, yes, indeed. Monday is orientation. You stepped out. You took a chance. You're climbing the mountain, Annie. That's what that says. And Kathleen, I would write and have animated a TV pilot for Hotto Bear's Adventures. Kathleen, it's already done. You just have to take that first step. Do the willingness part and see it real. See it happen. Hold it in your heart. It's already happening. And Sally says, or Kathy says, in Sally's reading for Bob, she gave him a little nudge to rekindle a relationship and also focus on a move. This, of course, might require him to find a different career because that move should be to North or South Carolina. It got him thinking, at least for a brief time. Yeah, well, I'm hearing to let Spirit guide. It may be North or South Carolina. It may be somewhere else. Don't limit Spirit. There's all kinds of possibilities. Just be open, be willing to say, I'll look at what it might be. And Kathy said, yes, both Annie and Suzanne are both stepping out and growing. Absolutely. And they're doing it with ease and grace because they made a decision and nothing told them they can't do it. Deirdre says, Hotto Bear's waiting on you, Mama Hotto Bear, and so are we. We are. Lily Ann, hi, darling. So glad you're here. She says, hey, my beautiful family that I love very much. I'm all alone all weekend and a lot going on in my mind and my heart. Hope you all are well. Just been for a walk, but it's too icy to walk. Yeah, that's okay, honey. Baby steps. Just take the baby steps and watch what happens. Auntie Jean says, hey, be careful when you're talking about my mountaintop. Auntie Jean is our mountaintop guru. We all know that. And what a guru you are. Boy, if you haven't been following Jean's writings, if you've missed out on all of that, please go look at them because Jean, you're just amazing. You are so powerful in your writings. And I haven't read yesterday's yet. I was with Ruth when I saw that you had posted it, but I am definitely going to take that time to read what you wrote because I know there was stuff in there that I need to be looking at. Christina, good morning. Christina says, have a wonderful weekend, grabbing a shower and off to work. Going to try to sneak in a hike this weekend. I'm so glad I decided to put in my resume where I am and was worried I wouldn't even be. See, that's what we're talking about. And that's what the angels talked about last night. There is no can't. There's only do. And so when you step out and you lose all possibility of failure, it's not even in your wheelhouse, that's it's like, whatever I want, okay, here we go. Yeah. Christina, you looked at it and then you decided to just do it and you got the job. Just take the chances. Life's too short. Eat the ice cream. It might not be full sugar ice cream in my case because I don't do sugar, but eat the ice cream. Step out and feel the 0-degree weather. I can't remember who challenged me to do that. Was it Ruth? Somebody challenged me to take a step outside when it was 0 degrees, because in my mind, if I stepped outside, I would become a frozen pea, like immediately, but I didn't. I stepped outside. I didn't freeze. I was only out for a minute, but I experienced it. I breathed in that coldness. Take the chances. That's our big message today. Okay, so Sally says, I'm done running around like a crazed person. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, when you're in that spin, when you're in that thought from the ego that you can't do something or something's too hard or it'll never come to you. I've had that thought before. Other people, yeah, they can be successful. They can have the perfect marriages, the perfect house, the perfect car, but that's not for me. I've actually said that in my lifetime. And my thought process was, well, if they've got it, I can't have it, right? But no, there's no comparison. There's no competition. Life is not a race. It's not the first person that's gets to have all the goodies and nobody else can have them. We're all winners if we even try. When we won that championship in 2004, and we took everything seriously. There were so many competitions, and the others didn't feel like they lost. They were there supporting us, cheering us on. And yeah, they would have liked to have been up on the stage receiving that trophy, but they were there for us, and they knew they had given 100% of what they had. So that's the thing, you guys. The point is to try. The point is to step out. And no, you might not win that trophy, but you'll win the experience of giving it your all, of trying your best. And that's all that can be asked of us, is to try our best. And Christina says, and yes, Jean is an outstanding writer. Absolutely. I want to see a book. I really want to see a book authored by Auntie Jean Loriot, because it would be a bestseller. Everybody would be so captured by her words, just like I am. Every time I read something that she's written, I can't stop reading. I just have to finish what she's written. So yeah, Auntie Jean, we're talking about you. That's right, Annie 7. Try our best and let God do the rest. I love that. And he said, it's cold outside here this morning, but I was thankful it wasn't windy. And thank God me and my kids had a warm home. Yeah, absolutely. And Deirdre said, it's 7 degrees here. Grateful for my heat. I am too. I'm so grateful that I'm in a place where there's heat, that I'm not on the road in all of this wicked -degree weather. But I made it through this time here, you guys, where it was a horrible winter as far as that goes, the weather. And everybody I've talked to are telling me, we don't normally get this kind of weather. I said, trust me, I hear that everywhere I go. All along the way for the last 2 years, people have told me, we don't get weather like this. This isn't normal for us. So the angels don't know what normal is, obviously. Okay, so Kuan Yin says, child's play. Conscious play creates energy. It allows us to enjoy the discipline that helps us feel safe, productive, and that we are making progress on our path. It opens us up to life and increases our vitality and creativity. Without it, discipline and hard work can wear away at our life force. When balanced with loving and healthy discipline, there's no need to fear it. It can only bring benefit. So as we are thinking, oh, there's something I want to do. I want to do this. I want to experience that. Make it child's play. Just laugh and say, yeah, I can do that. You know, a child doesn't know that they're limited. Did you notice that? That child that is trying to take their first step or crawl or sit up, they don't know they can't do it. They know they're supposed to do it. They're watching other people walk around. They're watching and listening as people talk. They know that they have the capability of doing what others around them are doing. And they don't stop and say, I can't do that. I can't do what they're doing. They just keep plugging until they do it. They crawl, they walk, they talk. It's like not even a given that there might be failure. And yeah, as they're taking those first steps and they're real tentative about it, and they might fall down on their butt, but they know they're not supposed to stay on their butts. How many times in life do you try something and at that first sign of it, it's not going to work, I can't do this, do you just stop? How many times have we been kept from our miracles and kept from our experiences of joy because we say, I can't do that? I know I have. I'll be one of the first to admit it. You know, I would have loved in this lifetime to be able to scuba dive or to jet ski. And I had an opportunity years and years ago when jet skis were a new thing, where they were just being developed and people were experiencing it. I could have gone on a jet ski, and I was afraid. I was afraid, what if I fall over? What if I fall over into the water and I drown? That was my fear. And it was a serious fear. So it stopped me from having that experience. And I watch people play on them. And I think, what joy they're having to just be free to do that. There's a lot of things I've been kept away from. I've kept myself away from because I said I can't do it. I said the what if. And I lived in a world of what if for most of my life. But now I live in a world of what if in the opposite direction. But what if I can climb that mountain? What if I can go on a road trip and not have any agenda and just keep going? What if I meet all these beautiful people and they like me? And what if I just have the time of my life? I don't even consider that there might be failure anymore. I don't even consider that I might be grounded somewhere because I can't afford gas. It's not even a thought. It's like, it's going to happen because the angels want it to happen. So I'm just going to go along with the program. Oh, let's see what Lillian has to say. If only people were good and loved each other, I could be so happy inside me. Things not make me happy, just love and love each other. All I would love is time together with my family and to share love. Yeah, we can't depend on others outside of us. That's the thing, Lillian. We can't let anybody else destroy our dream. It's not their dream. It's your dream. It's your dream to have love. It's your dream to have peace and harmony and joy in the world. You have to have that inside. Nobody can do that you see on the outside of you. Does that make sense? Like whatever they're doing, you have an opportunity to respond to it in just letting it be their lane and their process they're doing. Or you can say, nope, they're in my lane and I'm unhappy and I don't like this. We always have choices in any given moment. We have choices of how we're going to respond and how we're going to show up in life. And Kathleen says, Auntie Jean is so funny and also so deep. You will learn from her experiences too. I've learned a lot from her experiences. That whole time that we were together, I just really grew a lot along with her. And I know that she just spread her wings and flew while she was with me. And Jean says, thank you all. The love this family has is like wind beneath my wings, our wings. We need each other. We do. It's very true. We need that support. Suzanne says, I've been having a lot of anxiety this past week. Could you send some prayers for me? Absolutely. We pray for you every day. We pray for each other. We lift each other. So why would you not just lose any thought of failure, lose any thought that it might not work right, because you've got so much support and so much love, and you've got the angels right there guiding you along. And Erica's asking prayers for her family, please. Absolutely. We lift your family up every day, Erica, and we'll put extra prayers in today for you. And let's turn our thoughts to our prayers. So anyone else that needs to put a prayer in there, just type it in. Tammy says, sending you love and prayers to Suzanne. And Lily Ann, you haven't heard a word or seen your son or your grandson since Christmas. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I know it's been a long road for you, and I know there's been a lot of upheaval in your family and ups and downs, and that's what I've observed since I've known you. But Lily Ann, that love inside of you, that's what's important, that you know you're loved. And you give yourself that love unconditionally and totally. Give it to yourself. And Annie says, Tammy Fisk, you're on my heart, asking the angels to give you the best job to provide for you and your family. And Sally says, I was going to say that too, Teri. Lily, never allow someone else to define who you are or your happiness. You're in a place of love right here, Lily. You're in a place of like-minded people that accept you and love you. Bask in that. Learn from that. That, you have choices. You have opportunities. That's what every challenge is. It's all an opportunity. So grab it. Take on it. Take it into your heart. Isabel, good morning. Love you, sweet one. Okay. Efranzi, good morning. Thank you for joining us. And welcome to the family. See what else we got. Kathy says, I see Suzanne on the other side of her anxious self. She's stronger than she believes. I see her focusing on her phlebotomy class. She also has experience in drawing blood and the medical profession, so she will breeze through this and find a job quickly. Skilled phlebotomists are in demand. Yeah, they really are. So just know there's no failure. All right. Kathleen says we have two new superheroes, Keegan and Wyatt Linder. Both have hemophilia, and Keegan is in the hospital. Please pray for them, his parents and sister. Their father, Tim, is a very special man. With all that his family's going through, he visits sick children at home and in the hospital, dressed as Spider-Man. I found out about him because he visited one of our superheroes just before the child passed. Keegan, only 4 years old, loves to go with his father to visit the other children. How amazing is that? What a superhero that is, for sure. And Annie says, I pray over you that God will open a door no man can shut, and you will have the perfect job for you. Absolutely. Sally says, an update on Robert. Lots of setbacks this past week. They're hoping, though, to begin taking the machines away very soon. Well, we've been praying for him every day, Sally, and let's continue to do so. All right, so we're going to go into our prayer time. If you have more prayers, please just put them in the comments, and I will add them to our long prayer list. I'm so glad Blue was with us this morning. I've been thinking about Blue a lot, and I know she's been struggling some physically. So let's please lift her high and give extra prayers her way. And Lily, I understand what you're saying, honey. I truly do. For many of us, especially those of us who are following our spiritual calling and following our path, we get a lot of pushback from our biological family. So you're not alone in that, Lily. You're really not. Stay with us. Keep your focus on what is uplifting, on what is good, and what you can benefit from by being around like-minded people. And Auntie Jean is putting the superheroes in the grid. Thank you. And Annie says, I just want to say this is such a beautiful, loving, supportive family. Y'all are amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Annie. Okay, so breathe in. As the angels led us in the blog to do, let's just close our eyes. Focus on that breath, the holy breath, as it goes into your lungs and feeds your body. Just allow. Place your hands in receiving mode so that what comes through will come straight to you, filling you totally and completely. Your open hands mean that you're willing. You're willing to take it on. You're willing to accept whatever is given to you. So breathe in the love that's coming your way and release anything else. Breathe in the support that you're receiving right now. Maybe you're not in a class or you're not learning something new, but you're having experiences. Every day we experience this thing called life. We have an opportunity to grow in our spirit every day. Let's take that opportunity. Let's really accept that we are enough, that failure is not an option. So breathe it in, release everything else. Any thoughts of lack, any thoughts of not being worthy, any thoughts of attack, just lose all of that and just be your beautiful spiritual presence that you are, awake and aware of your own self, of your own journey, stepping up that mountain, no matter how tall it is, no matter how intimidating it might seem to you, just putting one foot at a time forward, knowing that that's more than half the battle. That is the battle. To decide to step out, to decide to do something, no matter what that looks like, you're taking that first step. So as you've got your hands outstretched and open, just receive the words that the angels have for you. The words that say, you are so loved. You are the beloved. You are one with all that is. There are no exceptions to that rule. This is the oneness. And when you open up to receive that, you receive the ability to see your greatness. You receive the power inside of you, and you release all thought of failure. You release anything that says that you can't, or you're not worthy, or you're not good enough. Just take into your hands possibility. Anything is possible. Don't limit yourself. Don't say, I can't, and let that be the end of it. Say, I'll try. Today, I will try. Today, I will open my eyes and see possibility. I will see that Maybe there's someone helping me take that first step up the mountain. Maybe there's someone so supportive of me that I need to get with the program and support myself. Breathe in the love. Breathe in that beautiful support. Breathe in the knowingness that even if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, which is really, really small, that's all that's needed. That's all that's needed to move those mountains. Just that first step, you guys. The first step is the most important. Make your choice today. Choose wisely that you are going to step out of your comfort zone. You're going to have no thought of anything other than that first step. The angels are just smiling right now. They're just so happy that this gathering has taken this mission of lifting each other up, of loving each other, supporting each other, knowing that we're all one. If you feel a breeze, if you feel a touch, the angels are helping you to see that you are great, you're amazing, you're powerful, and that you can do anything you decide to do. Reach out your hands and grab that. Hold on to it. That's your lifeline. Hold on to love and know that in love there is no failure. If you're trying, that's all that matters. So let's breathe in that love right now, knowing and feeling your magnificence. We're going to breathe life over these prayers. We're going to speak love, and love is all there is. Love is what heals, according to Kuan Yin. So every prayer that's been lifted up, our long prayer list, the ones that were added today, just lift them up with love and say, we got this. We got this. We're right there beside you. We're lifting. We're doing our part in getting you up that mountain. And all we ask is that you try. All we ask is that each person brings those prayers forward, lifting and loving, and then setting them down, asking that God sees them, acknowledges, and answers for the best and highest good of all. And now let's love on each other that same way that we love God, that we love Spirit, that we love Divine Mother, that we love our beautiful angels. Let's love each other that way. So on the count of 3, 2, 1, thank you. I love you. I love you. You're so beautiful. You're so amazing. And you are a winner already. That first step you took put you in the winner category. So take that, run with that. Sally says, plant that seed and grow an orchard. Just takes one seed. And this is the time those seeds are really feeling that they're coming to life. It may seem like it's impossible with it being 11 below zero or whatever that was that somebody had. Nothing is impossible. If it's supposed to grow, it will grow. And Kathy says, I think of my mom every time you say that, Teri. The faith the size of a mustard seed. It warms my heart. She was always faithful and knew that God would always provide. Always. Marietta says, thanks so much for a wonderful beginning to our day. Infinite love to you all. Yes, yes, yes. Ah, so beautiful. So, how about a little bit of Leo in our life? Let me go grab him from where he's hiding on YouTube. There he is.
This is Wix.
I don't know why we're getting ads today, but we are. Here we go.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the
Sally,
perfect day to have a great day.
Good morning,
Here we
Tony.
go. Come on, come on. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on a peaceful peace, on a mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead. Wherever it's up there, we create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Waiting on the guys, the angels and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy, every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy, every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of.
Yo, there you are.
Cup full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we are part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup full of joy, every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy, every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of.
Missed you last night, Steve.
Full of joy. Give me a cup full of. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA out. Morning cup full of joy, every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy, every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Cup full of joy. Full of joy, give me a cup, give me a cup of joy, 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 give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy.
Woo-hoo. Thank you, Leo. I almost forgot to mention to everyone, we decided last night at chanting that we're going to make this a day where we keep putting peace out into the world. So take a moment today, if you would, and just post something about peace, even if it's just a sentence that you want to say about peace, or if there's some little graphics that you can find, some images where people are quoting about peace or talking about it, or just a peace sign. Let's make this a day when we really inundate social media and everything that we do with the energy of peace. Peace is here. It really is. We just have to hold it and send it out into the world. It has to start inside of each one of us. That's where peace starts. It's in our heart. So hold it in your heart and then send it out to the world. And you do that by just making a post, just letting other people see that peace is possible and it's here and we're celebrating it. The Peas for Peace Day. Let's have that today, all day long. I love you all so very much. And I will see you later. Namaste, y'all. Oh, you did it last night. Thank you, Leo. And Annie says she will do it. Jump on that bandwagon. Send some peace out to the world. I love you all.